Good evening, friends. Back again. Reading passages from Inner Work of Adat Hashem, the teachings of Rav Ashlag. We're on page 143. Even if we have not yet had the merit to experience God, we can rejoice over the desire to experience God. Wanting to experience God is already a miracle. We see that the world is not asking for God, but rather for other things. The pain of feeling far from God is bitterness, that is itself sweetness. So we've been talking around this concept as well, the gratitude for the karma to be here, to be interested in spirituality, in God, in Kabbalah. So even if we have not yet had the merit to experience God, to have a state experience of divinity, of unity, of oneness, experiencing the sacredness of all existence, we can still rejoice over the mere desire, the fact that we have the desire to experience God. The desire to experience God is already a very high and special state. It's already a miracle. It is. It's a miracle to desire to experience God. To have come through evolution to the point where life has awakened a longing to experience its creator, to experience the source of creation. This is a miracle. Especially when we see the world that we live in is not going around seeking God. TikToks are not about how do I get close to God. I so desire to be close to God, to feel God. YouTube mostly is not I want to feel close to God. It's all about other things. It's all about some form of receiving. So the pain of feeling far from God is a bitterness that itself is sweetness. Because the bitterness of feeling far from God, the pain of feeling far from God, is already a blessing. The fact that you feel far from God, that's important to you, that there's an awareness of feeling far from God, is already a sweetening of that bitterness, because it is a gift, it is a blessing, and it is a miracle. We call emunah, believing, faith in the goodness, night, and experiencing the goodness, revelation of the goodness, day. The work is to reach the state where night shines for us like day. So, I guess in different places in the scripture we call emunah, we call faith, night. It is considered quote unquote night. Because we're in the darkness and we're living through our faith in the darkness and experiencing the goodness, the revelation, the gilui, the revelation of God's oneness and God's light is called day, because it's the revelation, it's revealed. The light is revealed, it's not hidden in the darkness, and in the darkness we need emunah. In our work, the work is to reach the state where the night shines for us like day, where the light of emunah, where the experience of faith the living and embodied faith shines for us like day. It is so bright and powerful, the experience of faith, of living and embodied faith. We want to get to that place where that faith is so bright, it is so strong that it shines for us like day. Determining whether we are controlled by our desire to receive or our desire to give is simple. When we have an opportunity to receive any type of pleasure, whether physical or spiritual, we quickly run after it without any unnecessary calculations. On the other hand, when we have the opportunity to do a mitzvah, a good deed, or to help people, to do a mitzvah, a commandment, or a good deed, or to help people, and we don't see that we will get pleasure from doing it, do we run after it in the same way without any unnecessary calculations? That's how we determine whether we are controlled by our desire to receive or desire to give. When we're controlled by our desire to give, there's no hesitation. We run after it without any unnecessary calculations. But when it's the desire to give, then we can see whether we're running after it in the same way. Are we running after giving with no hesitation, with no calculations, unnecessary calculations? Or are we hesitating, calculating, what's this going to give to me? What's the cost? Cost-benefit analysis. The main spiritual work is to surround ourselves with people we feel close to and be concerned every day with their needs, the way we are concerned with our own needs. So when we come close to our quote-unquote friends, our spiritual friends, there's a way in which we become intimate with them in the service of the divine. We become intimate with them in sharing our sacred purpose together, and really being part of the magic of existence, and really feeling a union, a sacred union, that we're here together, that we're part of God together, that we're here to serve the divine, we're here to serve God together. These friends are so precious to us. They mirror our state of longing for the divine, or at times our state of uniting with the divine. So the Rav is saying the main spiritual work is to surround ourselves with people we feel close to in this way, and to be concerned every day with their needs, to be concerned, to feel so intimate with them that they are an extension of us. Now again, we should be very clear here that this isn't talking about a codependent relationship. A codependent relationship is an addiction. It's an expression of addiction to the other based upon past traumas, past woundings, and a lack of fullness in oneself. So I might imagine people listening to this and who are in codependent relationships and saying, oh yeah, I'm so concerned every day with my partner's needs, the way that I'm concerned with my own, or even more than I'm concerned with my own. But that's not what the Rav is pointing. That's not what these teachings are pointing to. It's an interdependent relationship. It's a relationship in which each person is aware and awake to their purpose and is striving to better themselves every day and to become close to the divine, and is aware of their sacred purpose here. And we feel the fullness of unity and connection with the divine, that they are an extension of that they are also God in bodies, working towards actualization, working towards healing and awakening in their own being. But their own being is our being. It's an extension of our own being. So we're concerned with their needs. Because the sacred connection is so deep. It's like coming home to each other. It's like both individual feeling like they have arrived here, we're concerned with their needs from a place of fullness rather than from a place of lack. We're concerned with their needs not because there's a compulsion inside that we feel forced to, but we're consciously, intentionally, with spaciousness, concerned with their needs. That we are equally concerned with their needs as we are concerned with our own needs. Because, for example, if they're hungry, then we are also hungry because we're so intimate that we're connected in this way with them. It's hard to understand outside of a codependent framework. But this is definitely pointing to something that's transcendent of a codependent framework. The more we spiritually refine ourselves and ascend in levels of holiness, the more we see the selfishness inside ourselves. Right? So the closer we get to unity consciousness, the more we see the places in which we're living in separate self-consciousness. The more we come to a place of fullness, of only needing God, of being so present to the divine love that is flowing into us in every single moment. The light that's radiating from everything around us. The more we refine ourselves to be sensitive, to be attuned to receiving that kind of light and love, those levels of holiness, of Kedusha, the more is illuminated the places where we're out of alignment, the places where we're still in the shadow, the places where we're stuck in thought, the places where we are attached to our egos and our separate self identities, the more we see the expressions of our selfishness and self-centered natures. The more we come into the light, the more that light illuminates the places that still need tikkun, that still need repair. The light of Emunah is the most valuable thing there is. Again, core concept, the light of Emunah. Is the most valuable thing there is. Because living in this world of galut, of exile paradigm, in which God's presence is hidden from us, we need Emunah. Emunah is our lifeline to service, to connection with the divine. Without Emunah, in a world where God is hidden, we would have nothing. We would have no tool to manifest ourselves and to come into divine service. So the light of Emunah is the most valuable thing there is. Final passage. In the holy books left to us by the Rebbe, Reb Baruch Zatzal, and the Bala Sulam, in every line we can hear the greatness of God and the heart crying out. So in all the holy books of Reb Baruch Ashlag and Reb Yehuda Ashlag, the Bala Sulam, in every line we can hear the greatness of God and the heart crying out. We can feel the greatness of God expressed through these teachings. Or we can hear the human heart calling out to God through these teachings. Have a wonderful evening.